What we're going to do is we're going to use a couple different jigs today by a friend of ours. It's a new company. We hope you guys will check these out. It's never going to hurt you. You know we love dirty jigs. We really believe in them. We use them most of the time. Same with Grande Bass, but there's times when other things will work, and sometimes if somebody makes a better product, we're willing to try it, see how it works, test it on the water, and if it's better, hey, we're going to use it. We'll let them sponsor us, or we'll promote their products if they want. We're not afraid to use something else. We'll try everything out and see what happens. And today, what we're going to try is these Bang It jigs. There's going to be a link on our site, so you'll be able to go to his website. It's bangitjigs@webs.com. And this is by Charlie Hoddle. Charlie sent me these jigs, and we're going to try them out. They're really high quality. They look really nice. This one here is a shaky head. This is a 1/4 ounce football shaky head. Really nice looking. Nice skirt, good coating, powder coating, good paint job on the head. Really nice hook. Really sharp. It's got the little keeper on it. Very, very nice looking shaky head. So we're going to be trying that out when we get into the areas where you can actually use the shaky heads, which isn't today. The other ones we're going to try is, this is a brush jig. This is something a lot of you guys in the Northeast, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia especially, you know, are going to want. It has like an archy head. This is very, very similar to your dirty jig, except this has a feature that's really nice that I think I'm really going to like, and that's the recessed eye like the Terminator has. There's only a couple baits that have that, like a Terminator Pro's Top Secret jig and Ike's Man's Stone jig by Ike and Ellie. Ike and Ellie designed one like that too. But that recessed eye will really help you get through heavy cover, through grass and brush even. They call this a grass jig, but that will skip underneath the dock. You'll be able to skip that, skip it into, you know, areas, work that through grassy areas. The weed guard is soft too. It's like the weed guard on a swim jig. Really nice. A nice, really sharp penetrating hook. I believe these are Mustad Ultra Point hooks, but I have to double check on that to be sure, but they're very sharp, and I'm going to try that one out today. We're going to throw that into some docks in a short time. You're going to see us. That's a nice jig. So we'll give that a try. There's several others, lots of models, lots of colors as usual on most jigs. Here's another grass jig. This is called pumpkin green scale, but you can see that's nice. That has a good keeper on it, a good sized keeper, which is important to hold the plastic trailers on. Good weed guard, same length as most of them. You might want to trim it down, but really nice looking head. Eye positioning is good, sharp hook. Nice looking jigs, and there's a variety of them. They also make chatterbaits, which is nice. We're going to try that out again, but this is a nice looking chatterbait. The difference about it is the head design. As you can see, that has like this concave thing in the head. Really interesting, and the blade is quite a bit different too. The blade though has holes in it. Imagine that's going to create quite a different vibration and sound, and the head definitely is a completely unique head design. Black and blue is what you want for these areas around here. That black and blue chatterbait, you can't really beat that. Again, this is by Bang It Jigs. Go to bangitjigs.webs.com, or you just come to the Bass College. Click through one of the links on our site, check in the forums. We'll tell you all about Bang It Jigs, and I'm sure Charlie will come on. We want to thank Charlie for sending us these baits. We're going to try them out today, and then I'm going to distribute them to our best pro staff, let them use them on the Potomac, the Upper Bay, and some of your different lakes and ponds throughout the Delmarva region. See how they work, and send out some of these shaky heads to a good friend and a member of ours, Tom Inman in Arizona, where he can really give these shaky heads a good test too. And of course, Tom Wolverton, our pro staff administrator, uses a lot of shaky heads, so we'll give him the other ones to test out, and they'll be having some results for you on that. So give these a try, Bang It Jigs. You'll see the reviews on them. You'll see us catching the bass here today on them, I'm sure, down here when we get out of the back of the pads here now. And we'll see you guys in a minute down. Okay, here's what we did. Now we put on that jig that we just showed you earlier in the video, the Bang It Jigs, and we put on a small trailer, just a little beaver, and we put on some smelly jelly, and then we started out at the first dock. And what we've done is, I told Jonathan, I said, now what I've done with you is I put on mono. I said I put on mono and the lighter jig like that. I said that way it falls a little slower, has a different present. Before I could finish telling him why I had done it, in other words, to slow the jigs fall down and, make it, the mono makes it sink slower. Immediately this bass hit it. Hold that one up, let's see that. Right away, in the dock, first cast. As soon as we went to the smaller jigs that we just showed you on video by Bang It, and made a compact trailer with a beaver, we put the smelly jelly on it, put the mono on, flipped the first dock, there it is. So now we're going to go around, we're going to flip all these docks, yep. And we're going to see what happens. Let's let that one go. Nice bass. There you go. Right out of the came right out of the pads, came down to the first dock. And then there he was, right away on this.
We have gone from the first set of pads where you saw us yesterday, right to the left of the boat ramp. And we started there, throwing the swim jigs just like we were yesterday. And, we fished the outsides, the insides, nothing, not even a strike. Steve eventually had one blow up, but it short struck it, it didn't hit right. So we blew out to this next set of pads, which pretty much tells you how the lake's gonna pan out for the day. If they don't strike in here, if they're not on the outsides, they're not on the wood, then you know that you just got to go to the soft plastics or flip the docks. So we went all the way back into the dankest stuff we could find, fished the whole way in. We had one short strike, then we had another one short strike, then we had another one short strike. They're just missing it. They're ripping the appendages off the trailers. And finally, we have our first fish of the day, landed in the boat. Right here, off the edge, right off the edge, 5 feet away from the boat. I don't really know what to tell you.
Yeah. But you had to wait. I watched you. You waited 2 seconds before you set the hook.
Yeah, they're just not hitting it right. They're acting weird.
Oh yeah, see, that's decent, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not 5 pounds, no. But in the spring it would probably be real close to 5 pounds with a belly.
It's hefty.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
What's up with his tail?
It's tough.
It is tough.
It's all right. Decent, huh?
Yep.
I just refuse to give up, okay? I refused to give up. That's a good bass, huh? That's good.
Yeah.
That's thick.
He is. He's thick.
Look at that. Decent fish. Swim jig in the shallow pads. I just kept hitting it from every angle. That's one of the things I keep telling you guys about angles. That's what I said to Jonathan, didn't I, a minute ago?
Yep.
I said, look, they're slowed down, they're turned off, they've seen the baits. I said, but present them to them at a different angle. We switched up colors, we switched up sizes, we switched up trailers. We hit them at one angle, we changed boat positioning. There's your boat positioning. Hit it the same cover from a different angle. Change the boat positioning again. Hit the same cover from a different angle. That's heavy.
I know.
That's really heavy. There you go. 4.2. Weighted on a certified scale. Actually, it weighed 4.296. But it's 4.3. It's 4 1/4 pound bass. It'd have been fat. That's a 5 pound bass in the spring. Nice fish. Decent. There you go. Nice bass. 4 1/4. This was interesting. This is a nice bass. Little slow today, but as we told you before, I said, we're not done. We're going to come on the insides all the pads. I said, not just on the outside, talking about boat positioning again. Coming on the inside of the pads, came in at a different angle, worked the very centers of them. Jonathan just had one, a strange hit, just landed on a pad, it hit it on the pad, missed it, even though he waited. I threw back in, caught this one here. Nice bass, big old bass. Same thing on the swim jig with a Zoom speed crawl on the back, black and blue. But this one was hooked over top of those big, thick lily pad roots, those kind that are super thick where you can't even get off if you get your baits on them. And I had him over top of it and I dragged him through the air, pulled him up with this St. Croix Legend Elite and the braid, pulled him up through the air and dragged him over top of it, and then dragged him through the pads. There you go. Dirty jigs. Zoom speed crawls down here in Lower Delaware again with Jonathan Miller. We'll see you guys in a minute.
There's one. Right here. There's one here. Down deep. Got him down deep. He's got it. He's got it.
Good one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Shit is right. Damn, you know, this is a spinning rod here. Okay.
Got 8-pound test mono on this, and throwing the Grande Bass Megatail Rattlesnake. And of course I picked this one up. This is a serious bass. Nice. He's skinny from the summer. That's red tail, you know, probably old red tail. This one weighs like almost 6 pounds in the spring. But that's a big old bass. Threw it right under the red bush. Jonathan had another one. There's quite a few in that area. They're 5 pounds plus. Sometimes they're 6 or 7. But you got to just get it under the docks. You got to pay real close attention to the line. Be a line watcher. You've heard me say it before, but it's super important. That one, we caught that on the Grande Bass Megatail Rattlesnake. Beautiful, beautiful bass. Another one's in there too. I bet you we get some more of these out of here off these docks. We had all day. I bet you have a 25-pound limit with what we've got already.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Alright guys, Jonathan Miller here at the Bass College. Steve and I have been going along these docks, and he is flipping a rattlesnake megatail pegged with a 1/16 ounce bullet weight tungsten. And what he's doing is he's skipping this megatails up underneath of these docks that are creating shade for the bass. And usually the docks that have been producing the most fish have had a pretty significant drop from about 1 foot at the last pylon to out in front where it's about 6 to 7 feet. And you just dead stick it. You don't give it any action. You let it fall, hit the bottom, and just wind your slack in and raise your rod tip. And let the lure do all the action for you, because it's imparting action with the giant curl tail. And then you just let them run, and when they come out you set the hook, and then you gotta play them around because you're using an 8-pound test.
What happened a few minutes ago with this?
That's our second one in about 10 minutes, and the last dock we flipped it in, and the bass hit. He went to set the hook, and it was wrapped around the pylon twice. The bass came up, and he was hooked good. You know, 4-pound bass, and it just broke. You know, 8-pound test. You can't bring it back around the pylon. So we're just chugging away. Hopefully get about more. That's what we got, a pretty good bag, about 19 pounds.
All right, wasn't a bad day. We found them on a variety of baits. We got them on that Megatail Rattlesnake, the Grande Bass. We got them on the little flipping jigs that we tried out. The Bang It jigs. We got them on dirty jigs. Got them on a few different things, the swim jigs. So caught them on a few different lures. Next time we're going to try out the world's greatest frog and test that out the next time we go here and do a little video on that. We're still going to hold the Bass College Kids Tournament on the 31st of July. I still have to firm up the location though, so I'll be doing that this weekend, and we'll make an announcement in the forums. You guys will know where we're going to be holding it, but it is going to be Sunday, July the 31st, wherever we hold it. So we'll give you an announcement on that soon. So until next time, this is Steve Von Brandt for the Bass College. I'm down here with Jonathan Miller. He's heading on back to Western Maryland. And the next time you see us together, we're going to be down at the Bassmaster Weekend Series down in the Potomac River. Right after that, we shoot back home, and the Bass College pro staff, and myself included, are all entered into the Snag Proof Open. So it should be some great tournaments coming up. The Kids Tournament, the Bassmaster event, the Snag Proof Open. Got a lot of stuff in store for you. Don't forget, we give free baits with all Tackle Warehouse orders. All you have to do is come into the Bass College. You click through our store, go to Tackle Warehouse. You get free baits from us with every single order, including the free shipping. It's a win-win situation. You shouldn't pass up on it. There's no gimmicks. There's no catch. We just give some of the profits back to you guys. That's the way you do with a small business. That's the way you take care of each other in the fishing industry. Stop in. We appreciate your business. We appreciate you helping us out. Stop in the forum, say hi, all you new members, and we'll see you next time down.